Hello and welcome to Anarchy in the Ukulele with me, Paul Mansell. Today I'm going to be reviewing this wonderful book, Renaissance Ukulele by Elisabeth Pfeiffer. So let me tell you a little bit about this book first off. It's all the pieces in here are by Adrien Leroy, who was a composer. He was a French composer from 1520 to 1598. So all of the pieces in this were originally written on Renaissance guitar. Okay, now before I go too much more into this book, what I'll do, I'll pick a piece and we'll have a little listen so you can get a feel for the music first off. You're going to have to excuse my rubbish pronunciation. This is Branzler Hallbaroys. Branzler is a French dance. Hallbaroys, don't know what that means, I'm afraid, but this would have been a French dance. So here we go. Not a beautiful piece. So let me tell you a bit more about this book and a little bit more about Elisabeth. Elisabeth is one of my favourite players, absolutely fantastic player. I've done a couple of online concerts with her, and I've met her as well. She's a good friend, and we're really hoping to do something together in the future. We're hoping to do a sort of concert at some stage. Hopefully that will come off. She's published 4 books. She's done 3 method books, and she's also done fingerstyle etudes, which is original pieces. I reviewed that book probably a couple of years ago now on my own YouTube channel. Check that out. It's a brilliant book. So it's contemporary pieces, and it's just a nice book for beginners, but it's also got some more advanced pieces in it. Elisabeth is a phenomenal player. I mean, really good. She's the kind of player that if you were doing a gig with her, you wouldn't want to follow her because she just blows the audience away. And the last time I met her, we sat in a pub in Oxfordshire and she just played the ukulele. And her fingers were just all over the ukulele, just moving so smoothly. Amazing player. She's actually doing a doctorate on the ukulele, which I think is amazing, and she's looking into the history of the ukulele, and she's writing fantastic new stuff for it, and she's bringing a lot of composers on board. So definitely check out Elisabeth's playing. She has a YouTube channel. All of her books are self-published, and they're self-published so well. I mean, as soon as you pick that book up, it's got a good quality feel to it. You know, I love the design of it. It's been printed well, it's been made well. Yeah, really, really nice books. Adrien Leroy was a French composer on the lute and Renaissance guitar. Now, the Renaissance guitar, it was a 4-course instrument, so it didn't actually have 4 strings, because I think I'm correct in saying the first 2 strings were doubled. Okay, so I think it was 2 strings, and then 2 single strings. But to all intents and purposes, very similar to a uke, because 4 courses. Okay, it was tuned E, B, G, D. So the pieces sort of work well on a ukulele because of the tuning, really. Let me tell you a bit about the book. So the book each piece in here is in here 3 times, and I really like that. It sounds odd, but when you think about it, what she does the piece with just the music, so the music notation, then she does it with just the tabs, or just the music, or tabs and music. Okay, so whether you want to read just the tab, you can do that. Whether you want to read just the music, you can do that. Or if you like both, as I do, then you can do that as well. I like to play from the tab, but I like to have the music above. Just sort of, it helps me with the rhythm a little bit more than anything. So that's why I like it like that. Each piece also comes with left hand fingerings, or should I say fretting hand fingering. So it's recommended fingering. Often in books, you know, the fingering is woeful and you kind of end up redoing it yourself anyway. But Elisabeth's fingerings are always very, very well thought through and correct, so they're worth adhering to. Each piece also, you get with it some performance notes. And they're very detailed performance notes. So it goes through bars that are tricky, for example, might tell you, how to count the rhythm, might tell you what fingering to use on your right hand as well. Which is really good. These are well thought through books. They must take an awfully long time to do. There's 17 pieces in here. They get progressively harder. The one that I chose, I think it was about 4 pieces in. So sort of, I would say if you're a beginner, intermediate player, certainly the earlier pieces you'll be able to tackle. That said, there are pieces for the more advanced player as well. The other thing that I really like is that there's music that comes with it that you can download for free from Elisabeth's website. She's also on a YouTube channel got videos for a lot of the pieces where you can watch and marvel at how good Elisabeth is at playing these. So there we have it, Renaissance Ukulele. It's something a little bit different. I always think that this kind of Renaissance music, lute music, works really well on the ukulele. I guess really Tony Mizzen was one of the first people to do it with his book From Lute to Uke, which is a great book. There was also John King's amazing book, Classical Ukulele, and Elisabeth's carrying on in that tradition. She's doing some great books. I'm always excited when I get a new book by Elisabeth. I've had this one a little while. It's been out a little while. You can get it on a certain big website that begins with A, or much better, go to Elisabeth and get it direct. Support her because she's doing some great work. So yeah, I mean, I'd give it 10 out of 10. There's nothing to not like about this book. If you enjoy early music on the ukulele, it's the book for you. If you fancy something a little bit different that's really being done by a ukulele expert, this is the book for you as well. Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm sure I'll be doing some more of Elisabeth's stuff in the future. Thanks very much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe and ring that bell. Thanks very much.